wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
What's up, guys? Master Styles here, back with another Eternal Evolution video. And today, actually, we're bringing it back, all the way back. If you've been here long enough, and you know, back to the wheel spin challenge, right? Obviously, I'm going to break it down as we go through. But this one here, it's all about PvP, right? We'll go into arena, we'll do our 5 fights, and I'll explain a little bit about how the wheel spin challenge works. We'll pull up the wheel spin, we'll do the spin, and then we'll go into PvP. But what I've come to realize is that as you watch my content, there are moments where you leave, for those that are watching. But for the real ones, you make it all the way to the end, you'll get the comment that you need to put down below. You comment that. So my objective now has become, how do I get each and every one of y'all all the way to the end of the video? Entertainment, right? While educating you, which is tough, right? You know, each and every person, they come here for a reason. And again, we're gonna spin the wheel, but I feel like the icing on the cake is actually breaking down the heroes that we pick within the team. So let's actually slide over to the wheel. We'll spin the wheel, and then we'll go from there in terms of the breakdown. I got y'all. Stick around, right? You want to stick around to the end? It's gonna be worth it. Let's hop over to the wheel, see what we got. All right. So when it comes to the wheel spin challenge, this is the wheel. So first up, we have a revival team, stun team, atlas team, terror team, windfear team, energy, assassin, hunters, vanguard, summoners. I feel like we're missing somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's all the teams there. But we're gonna spin the wheel, see what team we get. We'll roll with that team. The objective is to see if we can win as much fights as we can. We only get 5 fights, and we'll break it down as we go through. You want to stick around till the very end. So we're gonna spin the wheel. Whatever team we get, we'll break that team down, the heroes, and obviously it's been a while since I've done this, so the teams may have changed. The team that I'm aiming for is Energy Summoner. Obviously, that would be very simple, very easy to get those 5 wins. But if you don't get that, that's where it gets interesting. So let's spin the wheel here and see what we get. Okay, so the team that we're gonna rock with, hunters, right? So to make it more interesting, right? Of course, it's great to spin the wheel, right? What we're gonna do, we're gonna actually take a look at the hunter class, right? That's the added effect for why you're here, right? Let's head back over to the game. So we're at the hunter class. Here we are. We got everybody else. We got the SP hero, which is Artemis. Great, sitting pretty, right? Emma, super breakthrough. We'll just call her SA hero. She's super awakened. She's SB and an awakened hero. There's Rebecca, and of course Razaris. Smith. Smith is amazing, by the way. Amazing. Great hero. Amazing. You know, I may have said that he's not good, but that's an inside joke when it comes to the Discord. Arcadia, she needs a super breakthrough. I know you may push for an awaken in, but for me, a super breakthrough with her adding on poison in the enemy team, reducing their damage reduction while also capping off their shielding and also their energy regen and also their HP regen. That would be nuts. Vaz, tanky, sit up front. And we have Lemma, big damage, not as great as she could be. And the rest we don't talk about, right? We don't talk about them. But we'll just go through each and every hero that we have here, because again, to bring you value for why you're here. And I think I could do this once a week, so that way spin the wheel again, and then try to get it for the different class and then break down said class. So first up, Artemis. You want to make sure you get your Artemis maxed out in terms of evolution. Awaken 3 and beyond is where you want to hit. Artemis is great for PvE content, especially soul mines. If you want to push those soul mines, she's broken there, literally broken there, and I'll show you too. This is why I'm all the way here, right? Oh, let's hop over it. Nope, that's not soul mines. That's how I got to 700. Artemis is a big key for why I got to 700. And even going through this content right here, and this is why I say you need to get her to Awaken 3 so you can add her to all of the factions. She's great here. We'll give you a little bit of gameplay. Of course, I'm going to give you everything. I want to get you to the end of this video. That is my objective. That is my sole objective why I'm making this content, right? I'm pushing you to get to the end. Right here, easy. Summoners, of course, while throwing on 3 SPs. And of course, you know, Sif is pretty much at a SP level at this point for what she's doing. And of course, imagine an Awaken Alu. Crazy, right? Let's get on out of here. But again, Artemis, she does that. She reduces HP, she has a chain damage, all of that fun stuff. She's amazing for all of that good things right there. So again, even that Awaken 2, she was still good. But the Awaken 3 is where you open up all the additional factions. Emma, thing with Emma is that I want to get her through Super Breakthrough 3 so you can see that potential damage. Jason showed me that Super Breakthrough Emma actually one-shots. Like literally at the beginning of the fight, one-shots Terradome 3. Very quick, right? So she's great there. Rebecca, you know what she brings. That single target DPS while also protecting the team. Love that about her. Right, Xeris, you need to get her to Awaken 7 or beyond to really see that big damage. Awaken 9 and 10, great for PvP. Plus she brings the additional 200 attack speed so you can run attack boots, which is great. Smith, we'll come back to him in a second. Arcadia, she needs Awakening or, of course, Super Breakthrough. Super Breakthrough for her will be ideal if they add on those additional effects, which I recently mentioned. Poison will be great for her. It'll be a great introduction to Poison while also at the same time bringing the effects of Poison, reducing your energy while reducing your HP, and also at the same time you take more damage from range attacks. I'm crazy like that. Of course, Vaz, Tengi, and great for the revival team, which is on the Will Spin, right? And Alema's in a dilemma because at the same time they nerfed her into the ground while letting Smith be Smith. Smith is great once he jumps into his turret form, which is great. Everything else we don't talk about. They're there, but we ignore them. We have to use the Hunter team to try to get as much wins as possible. We have 5 fights and we're going to see what we can do. Hopefully we can win something, right? So let's hop over to PvP. And I need to do these fights anyway, so slide over here. An arena is where the battle goes down. Now, how this works, right? So you need to beat somebody at the top, you need to fight somebody at the bottom, and then in the middle, and then 2 fights we get to choose. So the first fight, middle, then I pick, then the top, and then I pick at the end. And you only get 2 refreshes, right? So in this situation, I can pick which way I want to go. Obviously, we have to build the Hunter team. We have who's at the top, who's at the bottom. And for me, we'll go in the middle, all right? Let's meet in the middle. Let's see what we get. So we get an energy team. Let's get the assassin team. Obviously, seen the previous video. You've seen how they did against energy. This wouldn't be a great fight because they probably would end up beating them. I completely forgot about Theon. He was an option. Wasn't really thinking about them. But this is a team we're going to fight. We should win this one, right? This is how the wheel spin work. I can't control what is what. If you want to give me a way to make this better, let me know down in the comments. Of course, your interaction is the only way this is going to become better. It's all about having fun. And of course, I love to get the teams that are not typical. We got a typical 100 team. Revive would have been great. We can try other options, right? That's outside of the box. A lot of the teams are not going to be optimal, but the focus here is hunters, right? So give me a second here. Pull up the hunter team that I'm going to make, and it's not going to be optimal because I don't want to do the typical, right? That's not fun. It's all about having fun. So I'm back. Just off of this, we can easily beat them, right? So again, the way that I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, the competition that we're facing isn't really an issue because Pierre's gonna end up dying over there, but we can't really one-shot Nord. But we're not really worried about it. So this should be a win. I'm not even gonna do too much adjustment. We're just gonna rock with what we got. We don't have to worry about the pushback because we're range hero. Nord is already dead. I can already see that. So this right here is the easy win, right? We got easy, right? We got easy competition. That was simple there. We got our first win. Not really much to worry about. So we went middle, right? So now that we went middle, now it's more so let's go to the top. And at the top we got energy, right? Now mind you, we still have 2 refreshes to go. If we happen to refresh and it's the same person, we get an additional refresh. I know this guy because I fought him before, and I know it's going to be energy. And chances are we're going to beat this too. So again, this is where your engagement comes in. Should we face people that are within our friend list, right? I think facing people within our friend list would make it even interesting. That's just my personal opinion. We're just going off of this. So let's look at what we got going on. So of course, with them, they have only energy increase, right? They have some decrease in our energy while utilizing summoner decrease. Summoner tanks and support hero takes 16% less damage. None of them are summoners. And then of course you have over here increase in energies HP while increase ally heroes damage reduction by 24%. We're gonna beat this one too, right? So this is the problem I'm running with. I think since the competition is the way that it is, right? I am more than willing to go down to 5. Even with 5, we're still here, right? And Smith himself, we'll go with 5. Yeah, we'll go down to 5. See if we can beat them. Ravenna is not touching us, which, how it goes. Skino, he can remove invincibility all he wants. Doesn't really matter. Ooh, we lost Smith. Oh, we might lose here. No, we're not. We're not losing. Artemis by herself with just Artemis, right? And this is what I was selling you on, this Artemis thing, right? And she should be dead, right? Or she comes out of that egg. Maybe that additional person might have been the way to go. Being cocky, relax, take it easy. But the thing is, Artemis just... But this is what I was saying. To go back to Artemis, I just... Awakened 3. We would have lost that fight without Artemis. Yeah, we were going to. So now I know not to play around. You can't lose. So, we already did 2 fights. We're 2-0. So now what I'm going to do is, because I know the competition around here, right? We're just going to go straight to the top. We're not going to play around. What? He's still here? No way. Can I see this? Nah. We're gonna go straight to the top. We're not gonna play any around. We're not gonna play around anymore. Now we go to the top. There's 3 more fights left. And I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be easy. We have 3 fights left. Do you go Vaz? Do you go Alema? Or do you go Arcadia? Or do you go Rizeres? I'm liking Rise because again, it's just that additional effect. This one here, the person we want to take out is Ampu. We do. So let's put her in the back. I like her all the way in the back. Just sit there, do what you have to. This situation, yes, combat power plays a part in all of it, but at the same time, as long as Ampu's over there, he don't care about none of all that combat power nonsense. But we do have the 5 out of 5 faction bonus going towards us. They have 4 out of 5. Let's see how much they get. They get 39% in terms of their increase of damage, and also reduced damage is at 37. For us, what do we get? 48 and 48. Spot on. This is why we are where we are. If Smith dies, he's in a good spot. But then we also have to deal with Smith ourselves. So let's see how this goes. I do like having Rise here. She does help out with dealing with the summoners, right? Zigobo's dead. Smith is dead, which is great. What is this? What is that? Is that Dorelli? I couldn't tell. I don't know if he's running Dorelli, but the 100 team, Rise is dead. Is that the first dead? Yep. Great. They can beat a lot of these teams, but it all comes back down to who? The level of your who, right? Wow. Actually, we could lose this fight. I was gonna say it comes down to the level of Artemis. Oh, that was close. But there's no Deji, right? The thing with the Deji part there is that with Deji, those summons would be in face, and we could have lost that one there, right? Which is even more crazy. So Artemis, big key for your hunter team. And of course, now we have 2 more fights left. And we're going to the top. We already faced him. And let's go here, right? And then, of course, the final fight will be versus our boy. So now Artemis is on the enemy team. So we have Jaxity, Sif, Miranda, Artemis, Anpu, and Dan. Thing is, let's see what they're running for gems. Using a lot of gems, attack speed, reducing our energy, and also taking less damage from ultimates. 30% less damage from ultimates. Most of our damage comes from ultimates. And then summoners take 24% less damage. What do they have for their increase to their HP? They're increasing their HP, and they're also increasing their shield and the healing. This should be an interesting fight. I don't know if I want to run Rizeres here. I think I want to make an adjustment. Just a quick adjustment here, just to see. Put Rizeres up front. She'll end up dying. We don't have to worry about Deji, and we don't have to worry about Dorelli. So Sif could be annoying, but at the same time, this is closer to our HP, combat power. I said HP. But here we go. Get into the blender there. We do have Dom. Dom target the wrong target there. But the thing is, Ampu is just a mess here. And I think this could potentially be our first L here, right? It all depends on how long it takes us to take out Ampu. And Smith is dead. And also, yeah, this is our first L. It just looks like it, right? Yeah. The turn is still alive. Ooh. Can the turn beat out everything else? We're in trouble here. Yep, we lost. This is our first L. Wow. Makes sense, right? all of it, just the combination, the concoction there, it all made sense. Because I could see what all the issues were. We just weren't taking care of the summoner heroes. If we were, obviously Sif plays a huge part in all of that. Let's see who did the most damage. Emma putting on all the DPS, and of course Artemis being the SP hero. You already know. And Rebecca, strangely enough, didn't do nothing. Absolutely nothing. She died probably the fastest based on the damage, right? But again, Ampu is always going to be a problem. And then one more fight, and then we'll face the wall. Not you. Definitely not you. And of course, here's the wall. Can we beat this? It's at 28 now. It's even higher than before. If you've watched my previous videos, 27. It's even higher than before. So now, is it beatable? No. Because it's now that I think Deiji's max. Because now Deiji's at 120. Originally he had his Deiji at 6 copies. Right? Miranda's up front. I already been screaming this, like, why were you using Maz for the longest time? We need some help, so give me a second here, and I'm gonna see if we can find a way to win this. Okay, final fight. Trying everything that I can. Now, mind you, summoners. We're breaking down. Summoners with Miranda, ridiculous. Dora is at Awaken 7, meaning that chances are she's going to kill anything that's within that row. There's no protection. There's nothing that's stopping Doragon from being Doragon. Let's actually move this here. I'm trying my best to try to figure out how we can win this fight, right? But what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to increase our energy, and I'm going to increase our attack speed. I'm trying to reduce their healing and shielding, which chances are really ain't gonna make that much of a difference. But with the increase to the attack speed, I can switch over to attack speed boots, right? Right? I gained that option. I need this here. And actually, but anyway, either way, you're gonna end up dying anyways. But if we can somehow pull this off, it's gonna take a miracle, because let's just see what they got going on. They got increase the HP. They got increase the damage. They got increase to their crit damage. In the middle, they take literally 40%, 56% less damage. And for the crystal, he just have it all, right? Increasing your HP by 24, 24, and 16. So that's 40 plus another 24, 64. And then you have a 36% increase here, shielding and healing. I think we nullify that, so that doesn't really count for anything. This is, there's an uphill battle, and then there's a downhill battle. This is a downhill battle. Uphill is like, you have a chance to get through it, but this is literally a downhill battle. We're going to hit challenge, and you need a higher awakening of Artemis. And he also has Super Breakthrough Dom, by the way. Yeah, I could see it. Ooh, you see, it's looking good, right? No. Ampu casts his ultimate, and then everything else fails. Yeah, it falls apart after that. It literally does. It looked for like 5 seconds there. It looked good. It did. But the moment Ampu casts his ultimate, everything else falls apart. And I'm telling you, it looked very promising. It did. I'm not gonna lie, it looked like we were going to win. If you rewind it, it looked like we were, but I think I don't like spinning a narrative of getting, higher awakening for SP hero, but a higher awakening for Artemis, we win that fight based off of the beginning part because again, we're reducing the HP. Emma, Rebecca, and Artemis all have the reducing of your max HP. Artemis and Rebecca both have the chain damage that they going on. But the beginning looked great. But we were gonna win that fight. Let's just be real here. But again, they did decent, right? If my math is right and I'm thinking about it, that was 3 out of 5. And of course towards the end I had to increase the difficulty because again, it's arena. But when it comes to the wheel spin challenge, let me know in the comments, right? Should we do arena or should we do our friend list? Because the friend list is a whole different level in terms of competition, right? And I've unfriend some other people so I can unlock more stronger people. That's my thought process there. And of course, if you made it this far in the video, you're a real one. And I think that is the name I'm going to give to my community, right? You're a real one because only a select few make it to the end of the video. So if you made it this far in the video, comment down below, real one. For those that are new around here, if you want updates, guides, tier lists, walkthroughs, and all of that fun stuff, this is the channel you want to subscribe to. For those that are rocking with me, let me know down in the comments how you feel about the wheel spin challenge. It's not my fault that we landed on hunters, but again, give me ideas for new teams. And of course, there are teams that are on the wheel that I will either improve or add on new teams to the wheel. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.